Hi Math 2, this is Miss Van Vickel. This is the first video in your Unit 4 review video series. And in this video we're going to simplify polynomial expressions. The first problem that we're going to address is this subtraction problem that you see in front of you. And one of the things I want to mention about this problem is that it's very important for us to take a look at what's happening with the problem and what we're being asked to do. If you look here, we're being asked to subtract this polynomial, which has 3 terms, from this polynomial, which has 2. So often I see students launch into a problem like this, and they begin multiplying these together without noticing that in the middle of the parentheses there's a subtraction symbol that indicates we're supposed to subtract. So if I'm supposed to subtract what's in these parentheses from what's over here, I need to subtract all of it. I need to subtract the x squared term, I need to subtract the 4x to the third term, and I also need to subtract a negative 6. So the way that plays out is we distribute this negative 1 that's in front of the parentheses. So I'm going to simplify the second term, and I'm going to rewrite it as minus x squared minus 4x to the third, and then subtracting a negative number is the same as adding. So I simply removed my parentheses by distributing the negative 1 in front of them. And then I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms. Remember, a like term has to have the same variable taken to the same degree. So if you look right here, 2x squared minus x squared, those are like terms because they both have an x to the second power. But this is not like terms with anything else in my polynomial expression because this exponent is not the same as these. So I'm going to go ahead and write it in standard form. I'm going to take the x to the third term first. I'm going to combine these two terms plus x squared because 2 minus 1 is 1. And then I notice these terms are constant terms and they can be combined, and so that gives me plus 9. So that is how we would subtract these two polynomials. Let's take a look at what it would look like if we were adding two polynomials. The problem I want to work on here looks like this. I have 4x to the fourth plus 3x squared minus 6. And I'm adding to it, there's a plus sign in between the parentheses, I'm adding to it 2 plus 4x to the fourth minus 8x to the third plus 2x squared. And let me move the camera so we can see this whole long problem. Now, since I'm adding, I don't really have a negative to distribute throughout this set of parentheses. So I can just begin by combining like terms. And I'm going to look from biggest exponent to smallest. I have an x to the fourth plus a positive x to the fourth. So when I combine these terms, I add the coefficients and I leave the variable and the exponent alone. A big mistake that students often make is they try and add the exponent, and it doesn't work that way when we're adding and subtracting. Then I notice I have a minus 8x to the third, and there are no other x to the third terms here, so I can't combine anything with that term. So I've taken care of my x to the thirds and x to the fourths. I've got a plus 2x squared and a plus 3x squared, which gives me a positive 5x squared. Notice again that I'm adding the coefficients and I'm doing nothing to the variable and the exponent. And here I have a constant term of 2 and a constant term of negative 6, which gives me minus 4. And that is my polynomial simplified. So in this video, what we did was we added and subtracted polynomial expressions.